That's it. It's not just that she does it, she has to do it on cue and properly on cue. Alright, you about done with your peanut?
Was it Pirates?
McDonald's. Come on.
Oh, McDonald's at a farm.
Oh, thank you, Aiden, for coming up here. Now we like the fact that they can talk, but they can also do things with their voice that we do not like. For instance, they can be very, very noisy. There's Seamus right here to stand on this lady's shoulder and scream as loud as Seamus could scream. That'd be like somebody putting a trumpet right there on her shoulder and blasting it right towards her head.
Sometimes happens. Oh.
Seamus can make enough noise, Seamus can actually cause her to go deaf. So think about that. If you lived in an apartment, you brought a big bird like this home, do you think your neighbors would like that kind of noise living next door?
No.
Probably not. So it's very important to think about the needs of an animal before you take the animal home. Every animal has special needs. You need to know about those needs before you take them home. Would you go out and buy a horse and keep a horse in an apartment? Of course not. Horses have special needs, right? So
and they,
unlike
even
horse,
the,
many of these big birds up here can live to be nearly 100
even the small.
100 years, that's a long time to get no more apartments, isn't it? It's a big responsibility. You need to know that before you take them home. You'd be amazed how many people go out and buy a big bird like this thinking, oh, isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't that look good in the corner with the sofa and the drapes? They don't have a clue what they just took home. A couple years later, they call me up and say, hey, I got this bird. He's ripped up my sofa, he's shredded my drapes, he screams all day long. Do you want this bird? And I've had over 100 birds like these given to me by people who couldn't take care of them anymore. Mainly because the people didn't understand the needs of the animal before they took them home. Every animal has special needs. You need to know about those needs before you take them home. It's actually where I get most of my birds. People give them to me.
Are you ready to go?
The babies flying around out here, the sun conures, 2 adults with them. The other 4 are their babies. I'm also breeding sun conures right now. We're trying to get ready to set up and do a sun conure project in Guyana. The sun conures, the little yellow birds you see flying around out here, they're the closest relative to the Carolina parrot that used to live here in the United States, but they're almost gone in the wild. There's only one small flock left in the wild that we know of. And anyway, right now is the opportune time for us to work with those birds because they're considered CITES 2. CITES 2 means that they're not very endangered. They're virtually gone out of the wild, but the reason why they're not considered very endangered is because there's so many of them in people's homes around the world. They're very popular all over the world. So they're nowhere near going extinct because we have a big population out there. But they're talking about adding them to the endangered species list and upgrading them to CITES 1, which means we will no longer be able to ship them to the other country to do the project with them. It becomes a nightmare to actually get birds out of the country to go do those projects. Right now, we can do it without that nightmare. So the rules are actually making it harder to help some of these animals in some ways. All right, anyway. So what else can we tell you about parrots? Let's see here. Well, first off, we need to fly them around a little bit, don't we? All right, here we have Dagger. Dagger's a blue and gold macaw, one of those species of birds from South and Central America who's not considered endangered at this point. Their population is still very strong. Dagger's going to fly around just a little bit here. This is his 7th day being a pro here at this, being a professional entertainer at county fairs like this. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're a bum. That doesn't work. Now, okay, you have to understand why he's going up here, right? These birds live in the canopy in the wild. I know, that was lame. Come on, Dagger.
That was cute.
Nothing like a good show. That was
It's a smart bird.
All right, anyway, you want to try it again? Let's do it again. Come on. Come on, Dagger. Come on, Dagger. There you go.
Yay!
Good job.
Yay!
Woo! That's a good one.
Sorry, well, don't woo. Right. I don't think we're supposed to woo.
This is a pretty one.
All right, here we have Blizzard. Blizzard is a silver-crested cockatoo, also not endangered. This bird is actually, their numbers have exploded in Australia because they live where there's a lot of cattle ranching that goes on, and the cattle ranching involves corn dumped out on the ground for the cattle. These guys come in and help themselves, and their populations have exploded, so they're considered a pest in Australia. And I understand why they consider him a pest. He's kind of a pest too sometimes. An adorable pest, but still sometimes a pest. All right. And this is his second show that he's ever done out in the park. Let's go this way too. Go that way too.
He just wants to go around the tree.
Come on, Blizzard.
What do you do if you just kept flying?
I guess I should have let him go that way.
So zoomed out a little bit more.
Alright, I want you to notice how far Charlie can turn Charlie's head. Can you turn your head that far? Not more than once, right? When a parrot gets ready to go to sleep, they have to do something special with their head, because if they don't do something special with their head, as they start to go to sleep, gravity starts tugging and tugging. Before you know it, their head's flopped upside down, and they wake up with a stiff neck or headache. And this really does happen. I have a picture of a blue and gold macaw fell asleep, and I got a picture of it with her head flopped upside down. Fell asleep by accident. This is not the way they normally sleep. There's another picture of it right over here. What they normally do is they turn their head around, they tuck their beak behind their wing. That keeps their head from flopping upside down like this. That's why they tuck their beak behind their wing, to keep their head from flopping upside down like this. This is an issue because they have more bones in their neck than we do. They have 14 compared to our 7. That makes sense? You have more bones in your neck, you can turn your head further? Yeah, do bones bend? How come you can move your arms and legs? How come you can turn your head forward? The joints, the spaces between the bones, right? What do we call spaces between bones? Joints. It means you can turn your head farther if you have more joints. All right, so let's get everybody here to be a parrot for a moment.
Or we always like our bird captive.
Okay. Let's get everybody here to be a parrot for a moment. I want you to stand up.
Stand up.
We're going to go to sleep just like a parrot would go to sleep. Hands behind your back. Parrots don't have hands, do they? They have wings. And where do they keep them? Behind their back.
Where did that go?
Hands behind your back. All right, Blizzard, that's enough. I guess not. He's motivated. Come on.
Cool, Jack.
Wow.
Come on, Blizzard. I think he's starting to like it. You're a ham, aren't you, bud? All right, so here we are. We've got everybody standing up. Going to be a parrot just like a parrot would go to sleep. You got your hands behind your back. Parrots don't have hands. They have wings. Where they keep them? Behind their back. Your other back, ma'am. Your other back, sir. There you go. Hands behind your back.
I got a couple
It's
pictures.
not that complicated. Hands behind your back.
Close up on this one.
All right. Okay. Now we're going to be quiet here, okay? I know that's a contradiction in terms. That's what we call an oxymoron. You guys know what an oxymoron is, right? Two words that have opposite meanings, but we use them together anyway, like jumbo shrimp or military intelligence. I like rap music, but that's a good one. I think Microsoft Works is another good one, but anyway. All right, hands behind your back. We're going to go to sleep just like a parrot would go to sleep. Very sleepy parrots. Blizzard, come on. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn your head around and put your chin right in the middle of your back. Yeah, right. All right, I know you can't do that. Go ahead and pretend to put your chin on your shoulder. You're going to find out that's hard enough. Chin on your shoulder. Blizzard. I have a solution for you.
Make baby grape.
I got a couple.
All right.
You want to put it in there?
All right,
You want
so
to put
we're
it in your
standing
pocket?
We're standing up, got a hand grounded down, got our chin on our shoulder. The next thing we're going to do
I got
is
some
close your
pictures on my
eyes and
phone.
slowly
I
lift
can
one
send it
foot
to-
straight up and put it up against your knees and go to sleep. This is the way parrots sleep, standing on one foot with their head tucked around behind their back. If you had to sleep like this tonight, would you be ready for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not a chance. All right, go ahead and sit down before you fall down. Think about a parrot sleeping on top of a tree with the wind blowing, making the tree sway in the breeze. They have a wonderful sense of balance. I actually got started doing public appearances with parrots because I had a blue and gold macaw.
Did that a little bit longer.
Like Dagger up here, her name was Jeremy. Jeremy would ride around town with me on